आप तब तक ये जुगाड़ करो कुछ अडेप्टर लगा के. Hello students, welcome back. So yes, today we are going to begin a new chapter and the name of the chapter is food production. But because you all have your exams, okay, on this chapter, okay, so I have my phone here and I'll be reading your comment section from here. So anyone who have any doubt, you can just put on a comment and I'm going to watch it from here. Yes. So we are going to complete this chapter. The name of the chapter is food production, and from that in your exams you are having only plant part, okay, food production from plants. So we have various other methods also, like from microorganisms is there and various other methods, but today we are going to study all about the plant food production. Okay, so are you all ready for it? I am waiting for another 5 minutes for everyone to join, and here I can watch like who are there. Okay, so let everyone come. We are going to begin with agriculture. We are going to study what kind of plants, okay, different kind of plants which are going to be produced in different seasons, and this is there for all boards. So please everyone watch this video. Let us wait for everyone to join. And let me know in the comment section if I am visible clearly, if my sound is audible, because yes, it is live. Okay, so I am waiting for everyone to join, and if yes, we are going to get less number of students because it is Sunday today. Everyone might be, you know, taking a rest and nap and everything, but still it's okay. We are going to play this video on a recorded mode also, so live as well as it is going to be recorded. So let everyone join. Let us wait for everyone to come, and then we are going to begin with agriculture. Everything is clear? Okay. How many students here? Anyone from ICSE who are having their exams? Let us just wait for 2 minutes and I'm going to come. Okay, let us wait for 2 minutes. I just want to see who all are here. Okay, we can just chit chat for 2 minutes. Okay, so Satish is here. Good afternoon. Yes, we are beginning. You are not visible. I don't think so. I can see my live video here. I am visible here. Okay, ma'am. Okay, so the link has been sent and let everyone join so that we can begin. Who all are here, just put hi in the comment section so that I can see, okay, you all students are there. A very short and an important topic from the point of view of exams I am going to take today. Okay. Can we begin? So it's already 12:35. I'll be asking you questions in between, so be attentive, all of you. Okay, so let us begin so that others who are going to watch the recorded session as well, so they will not waste time in this particular thing, in this particular part. Okay, so the part we are going to begin today is food production from plants. Okay, so when we talk about food production of plant, first thing that comes into your mind is agriculture? Yes or no? Because yes, it is because of agriculture that we get food crops to eat. So whether it is the rice I am eating every day, whether it is the chapati made out of the wheat I am eating every day, everything comes from agriculture. So first let us understand what is agriculture. Okay, let us begin. Anything, any doubt, you will be saying in your comment section. Nischal, hello Nischal. Yeah, let us begin. So agriculture is the backbone of human existence, as we all know. The very first thing, you know, during the civilization, everything when changed, okay, everything started with agriculture. When humans came to know, okay, we can cultivate crops so that we can make food out of it and eat. Okay, make food out of it and eat. Okay, that time this particular concept of agriculture was introduced. Okay, so can I call it as a backbone of human existence? We are existing because we eat, right? And we eat because of this agriculture, because we cannot just roam around in the forest, right, to search for food and everything, this kind of crop. Naturally, we cannot wait for a crop to come up. Okay, we have to sow the seeds of that crop and then produce it, or I can say just we need to harvest it and then we are going to get something to eat. So that is nothing but your agriculture. So how can I define it? I can define it as the science of growing food crops and other crops useful to mankind. So remember two things. Agriculture is not all about the food crops. Okay, it is not only you are getting your groundnut, you are getting your whatever pulses, cereals from this. No, you are also getting other things, your cotton, okay, and your other things like which we call as the cash crops. We are going to study about that. Okay, so it is the food crop as well as the other crops which are useful to mankind. Indigo, and we get different kinds of dyes from the plants, right? Okay, moving on. To start with, as an agriculturist, a man cultivated those plants which could be used as food. Okay, at the very beginning, they started with food crops like cereals, pulses, oil seeds. Then man came to know, okay, I can produce this and I can get, you know, money out of it. Okay, and that is why we call it as cash crops. So apart from the food crops, there was this method of cultivating cash crops as well. And all together we call it as agriculture. Okay, so in agriculture it is not only food crops, the other things is also there. Then what happened? Okay, all this was going on from years and centuries ago. Then came up industrialization. Okay, the time when everything transformed. We know now the period of industrialization, we have studied this in history. Okay, during industrialization what happened? We started making machines. So earlier it was only humans which were going on, you know, putting that seeds and doing all the different methods and using ox and cows for, you know, plowing method and everything. Okay, but when industrialization came up, we got many machines. So we started using modern methods of cultivation. Okay. So everyone is here. Hi, hello, Sania. Yes. So with industrialization, he used modern scientific practices like irrigation, fertilizers. We started making fertilizers. We know what are fertilizers, which is going to enrich the soil naturally. Okay, then better seeds and plant protection, everything was possible only because of industrialization. Clear? Done? Okay, what is agriculture? How agriculture got transformed because of industrialization? Okay. Now students, here I am going to take only an overview of this particular part, because in this way, like I am taking a live right now. Okay, in this way I have taken all the chapters for 8th state board, 9th state board, 10th state board, ICSE boards. Okay, so I have taken all the chapters in this way, all the science chapters. Okay, so whenever you want to study in this method, that is the video lecture method, and you want my videos, then you have to contact the number which is given in the description box. Okay, that is my number. Just put a hi. I will just send you the links and you can watch all the chapters, complete videos. Okay, today I am taking only one part. In this way I have completed the whole chapter. See, you will just observe here. These many parts are there in this chapter. So many parts are there. Let me show you. See, can you see that? Okay, so I have completed everything in that particular video. So again and again, obviously we are not going to go through it. Let me come back where we were. Yeah, agriculture is done. Okay, moving on to two types of crops, which I already told you, cash crops and, come on, tell me, food crops. Done? Okay, we are going to differentiate. See, cash crops are not like this. Okay, cash crop doesn't mean there is going to be some cash coming out of it. Cash crop means ultimately it is going to give you cash. Okay, let me come back. Yeah. So crops cultivated for the production of food are called as the food crops, like the cereals, the pulses, the oil seeds, your rice, wheat, bajra, jawar, everything comes under this. Accepted? Okay. And cash crops are what? These are rubber, tea, coffee. Now you'll be like, tea is also used for human consumption, but we don't eat tea, no? It is not like a food staple. Okay, it is a cash crop. Coffee is there, spices are there. These are called as the cash crops. Is that clear? Okay. So, two things understood. Moving on. Okay. Horticulture crops. When I have seen students, they use horticulture for only fruits. They think fruit production is nothing but horticulture. It is not so. We are going to study about horticulture. Let's see what it is. Okay. So, it includes vegetables, it includes fruits, decorative flowers and decorative plants. Okay, it is, see, when we talk about the vegetables, it is a part of horticulture and it is called as olericulture. Write it down somewhere, students, you need to note it down. Okay, horticulture is not just production of fruits or something, it has 4 branches. Number 1 is your olericulture, okay, wherein you are going to cultivate vegetables like your cabbage, cauliflower, spinach, tomato. Okay, these are all comes under olericulture. Okay, any doubt you can just message me. I am reading your message. Yeah. Next is what? Fruiticulture. I like this one. Fruiticulture. Okay, mango, grape, apple, banana. Okay, the production of all this is a part of horticulture and here it is called as fruiticulture. Okay, and then you have this ornamental flower, floriculture, wherein you are going to produce flowers, rose, okay, gladiolus, sunflower, jasmine. You have decorative plants, crotons and bougainvillea. See, you might have seen this plant. Okay, so this all comes under horticulture. So the crops which are grown in India are all these. When we talk about the cereal crops, it is rice, wheat, barley, maize. When we talk about the pulses, it is beans, gram. These are all pulses. Okay, moong, mat, which we say. Okay, oil crops is from, we get groundnut oil, we get sunflower oil, all these brands are available, mustard oil we get. Okay, so these are all oil crops. Root crops means what? You know your potato, sweet potato, you know your carrot, radish, these are what? These are not fruits or vegetables, these are your roots. Okay, these are the roots of the plants. So these are root crops. Tuber crops like potato. Okay, sugar crops like your sugar cane is there, beetroot is there and everything as you can see here. This all comes under horticulture crop. Is that clear? Okay, I am just revising it for your exams right now. Now, let us begin with the first type of crop. Okay, now according to the seasons or I can say the patterns, okay, cropping pattern, you have divided the crops into Kharif crop, Rabi crop and Zaid crops, 3 types, from which 2 we are going to discuss here. Number 1, Kharif crops. You all have this, right from your 5th standard to 10th standard you are going to study about this. So this is just an overview which I am giving you. Okay, the complete lecture is also available. Yeah. So let us see here, Kharif crops. Kharif crops are raised in the rainy season. Okay, right now its season is going on. Okay, it is July, it is the 1st of July and it is rainy season. This is the time when we are going to sow the seeds of your Kharif crops. Why? Because these kind of crop, they need a lot of water they need. What they need? A lot of water, which is available only in the rainy season and that is why we sow these crops in the rainy seasons. They are also called as the rainy crops. Okay, next, rice. Number 1, you will remember paddy fields. You know about the paddy fields. It is flooded with water. It contains a lot of water. Okay, literally in water. See, literally in water they are just sowing the seeds. Correct? Okay, so rice is the most important Kharif crop. Okay, what is the temperature requirement? Remember that 16 to 20 degrees Celsius is the requirement when we sow the seeds, and when we the growing season, okay, when they are going to grow, it will require a temperature of around 18 to 32 degrees Celsius. Is that clear? Okay, that is the ripening. Moving on, it needs rainfall, a lot of rainfall they need, and that is why they are called as rainy crops. Okay, Kharif crops. Okay. So what is the rainfall requirement? 150 to 200 centimeters. Okay, and the field needs to be flooded with water. Soil, okay, this much you have understood about the Kharif crop. Number one, what you will remember, okay, just imagine this image. What you can see a lot of water. Okay, so that means it is going to be sown in the rainy season. Okay, around your June, July, when your school starts. Okay, that time you are going to sow the seeds of this Kharif crop. Number one Kharif crop, okay, let me remember, rice. Okay, what is it? Rice. Okay, number one, which is also called as paddy. Then what I need, the rainfall should be between 150 to 200 centimeters. Itna done hai? Okay. Moving on, soil. How should the soil be for the Kharif crops? Okay, we know all the crops require different kind of soil. When I am growing Kharif crop, that means this, the soil should be, it is called as the alluvial loam soil. What it is called? Alluvial loam soil. You might have studied this in geography. What kind of soil this is. In India, I can say maximum amount of soil, I can say major portion of the soil which we have in India is alluvial loam soil. That is why India is very good in agriculture. We have a lot of fertile lands, and that is why we are very good, I can say our backbone is agriculture, primary occupation is agriculture. We know that, right? We have a very good soil which is the alluvial loam soil. Okay, the water holding capacity of this soil is very good. This is very porous soil. Porous, okay, when you put water, it is going to go into the pores and it will make the soil very, rich in water content. Okay, so that is why it will be suitable for your Kharif crop, because your Kharif crop needs a lot of water, right? So the paddy fields grows on the alluvial soil with the subsoil of clay. River valleys and deltas are the most suitable for the cultivation, and it can also be grown on the hill slopes. Okay, why river valleys? Because river is there only. So how it will be? It will be very fertile. The soil will be very nice. Okay, when we talk about the deltas, same thing. Okay, all the deltas contains what? It contains a very fertile soil, and that is why it is very suitable for the Kharif crops. I hope you have understood about the Kharif crop. Any doubt till here? Audio is not coming. Okay, let me check. Anything else? Any doubt? Okay, so you have to answer one question for me. What is the amount of rainfall needed for Kharif crop? Okay, sound is coming, just check your headphones. Okay, just there might be some problem there because I can hear the sound here. Okay, the sound is coming, that is okay. Okay, what is my question? What is the amount of rainfall needed for the Kharif crops to grow? Mention in the comment section. Okay, students, okay. So here, as I told you again, I am taking only an overview of this particular chapter. I have completed the whole chapter. Okay, word to word I have completed in a particular video, and I can provide the link for the video, but for that you need to just put a hi on the number which have been given in the description box. Okay, or at least put a WhatsApp message, or you can call up on that number and ask for the link of this whole chapter. Okay, the whole chapter is being provided there. Let us move on. Cultivation method for Kharif crop. Okay, so how are we going to cultivate the seeds? So you have some methods. I'll just quickly tell you the 4 methods. Number 1 is broadcasting. Number 2, dribbling, drilling, transportation. Remember, BDDT. BDDT. Okay, so B stands for broadcasting. Broadcast means what? So we say broadcast this message. That means you need to spread the message everywhere. The news has been broadcasted. That means it has spread everywhere. So broadcasting means spreading. And when we talk about the seeds, what you are doing? You are taking the seeds, you are spreading it everywhere. And this is nothing but the broadcasting method. Okay, that is all you need to know. It is by throwing the seeds over the soil. Can you see that man broadcasting the seeds everywhere? Right? Okay, can you see that man? Okay. Next is what? Dribbling. What is the meaning of dribbling? What you are going to do? You are going to drop seeds like this at regular intervals. Can you see? Some holes will be there and you are going to put seeds like this. You are not going to randomly broadcast the seeds. Here you are putting one by one. Because you know the difference, when we go to a forest, we see all the mixed kind of crop, if I can say plants is there. Or I can say, I don't see a particular method, but when I go to a field, where agriculture, they have been practicing agriculture, you can see all the plants are lined up properly. Why so? Because this method has been used, dribbling. They put the seeds, they sow the seeds in such way. Clear till here? Okay. Next is drilling. Drilling is sowing the seed inside the hole made out of bamboo shafts. So here you are drilling, you know, drill machines. What we do, we make holes, right? So drilling in the soil. Simple, how we do with the help of the bamboo shaft. Okay. And next is transplantation. Now this is important. Okay. This you will study in biotechnology also. What you do, you know, the seeds are first sown in the nurseries and then transferred to seed bed. Healthy ones and well-developed seedlings are transplanted in the regular field. So first you do trial. Okay, you are not directly, see, it is going to be a huge loss if you put any seed on the ground, okay, in the field. It can be a huge loss because the farmers, their only main, I can say, source of income is this. Okay, so they cannot take risk, okay, by putting any seed there and waiting for the months and months for the seed to come up and then to harvest it. Okay, it takes a lot of effort, students. So what they do nowadays, you know, first they sow it in the nurseries. Okay, they see how well that seed is growing. Okay, and from that the healthy ones are transplanted, and that is nothing but the transplantation. Only the healthy ones are taken and sown into the field, because from that field we get only the healthy plants. Okay, the other plants are thrown out. Then, okay, that is the method of transplantation. I hope you have understood till here. What are Kharif crops? The cultivation method of Kharif crops. Okay, before this also you have a lot of parts which I have covered in my particular video, which you are going to get through the number. Okay, next is Rabi crops. Rabi crops, can you see that cute little penguin? Okay, so it is the winter season. Okay, so these are also called as the winter crops. The rainy crops are the Kharif crops and Rabi crops are the winter crops. Okay. So, it is grown in the alluvial soil. Any doubt till here, you can just message me. Okay. Let me take it. Yeah. So, it is grown in the alluvial soil of the northern plains. Okay. This is just a revision lecture I am saying. That is why I am doing it fast. Yeah. It is grown in the alluvial soil again. In your northern plains of India, your Haryana and everything. Okay. In your northern plains of India, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, that part. Okay. So, it is having the alluvial soil. It is the most fertile land of the whole India there. Okay, that is why most of your agricultural product come from that part only. Okay, wheat is sown in October or early November. Sowing time is your October, November. Remember, your winter season starts. Winter rains are very important for the wheat crop. You have heard about the winter rains. Nowadays, we get it here also. But every time when you go to your northern plains, there will be a winter rain there. Okay, before the onset of winter, there is this kind of rain, winter rain, which we are called, after your, you know, summer season. So this winter rain is important for this crop. Next, temperature for the wheat crop should be cooler, and a warm sunny weather is essential at the time of ripening. Okay, ripening season will have your sunny weather. Then it requires a rainfall of 50 to 100 centimeter. Remember this, 50 to 100 centimeters. Okay, a little rain before the crop grain ripens helps to swell the grain. So as I told you, this winter rain is going to help for this. Okay, how much amount of rainfall? 50 to 100. Till now, no one have put a comment in the comment section that what is the rainfall required for Kharif crops, which I have already discussed. Let's see the soil. The soil you will need here is clay loamy soil or the black soil, which is found in your northern plains. Okay, that much only you have to remember. Coming to the cultivation method, same. Number one is your broadcasting, okay, dribbling and drilling. Sowing is done after the rainy season because there is enough moisture in the soil to help the growth of the plant, okay, and the grain is formed by the end of January, okay, or I can say March, April is your harvesting time. Which? March, April. Started from where? October, November. What we are talking about? Rabi crops, the winter crops. Okay, I am talking about the harvesting season, when you will take it out. When you will take it out at the end of January or maybe your March, April time. Okay, rising temperature. Okay, now we are going to move on. Okay, there is this comment here. 16 to 20 and growing season 18 to 30 and rainfall 150 to 200 centimeters. Well done. Correct answer. Very good. Yes, so we are done with the Kharif crops, we are done with the Rabi crops. The temperature range might fluctuate, the rainfall range might fluctuate, but this is the ideal one, the average one which I am giving you. Done? Okay. Next is the categories of plants on the basis of their lifespan. Remember 3. Okay, on the basis of the lifespan. The plant will be, active, or I can say it will be alive for how much time. So there are 3: annual, biennial, perennial. Annual means only 1 year is the lifespan of this particular plant. Biennial means 2 years. Okay, you can harvest it after 2 years. And when we talk about perennial, these plants live for years and years. Okay, so when we are talking about the banyan tree, do you think it is going to complete its whole life cycle in a year and then die? Obviously not, right? Okay, but when we talk about this wheat, rice, gram, which we are using for as a food crop, okay, that is going to complete its life cycle in a year and it is going to die. Okay, then we are going to sow the new seeds, then it will come up, then we are going to take away all the rice, then we are going to sow the new seeds. Why so? Because these are all annual plants. These are going to complete their life cycle in 1 year. Okay, so I have explained this in detail in the video which I am going to provide you later. Okay, when we talk about the biennial plants, this will live for 2 years. If you want examples, I can give you carrot, your radish, your root type of plants. Okay, because it takes 2 years for them to completely develop. Okay, and when we talk about the perennial plants, so these are the mango trees, your different fruit trees which you get. Okay, it can go up to years and years. Sometimes the plant live for 100 years as well. Okay, so ready? I have got this comment from Nischal Matre, girl or a boy, I don't know. So he or she is saying that it is 150 to 100 centimeters of rainfall is required. Done. Okay, good. Okay, you have understood this. Okay, categories of plant on the basis of lifespan. Annual, which is going to be for only 1 year. Biennial, which is going to complete their life cycle in 2 years. And perennial, which can complete their life cycle for years and years, maybe 3 years, 9 years, 11 years, 100 years. So I was talking about the banyan tree. A banyan tree could be 100 years old also. Okay, so we cannot categorize them into annual or biennial. Moving on to the next thing, that is organic farming. Okay, we are going to do a quick revision. Come on, what is organic farming? See, nowadays when I say I have got this thing and this is organic. Okay, so nowadays we pay a lot for this organic things. What is organic? Organic means we are getting directly from the plant, or it is not harming the environment. So we are obviously switching to something which are organic. Okay. So when I talk about the organic farming, here farmers are like, we are not going to use any chemicals for cultivation or anything. For agriculture, I am not going to use any chemicals. Like, what are the chemicals used for agriculture? Fertilizers, the pesticides, the weedicides, these are all chemicals. Okay, nowadays we say, these are all chemicals which we are eating right now. Because I can say the farmers are using a lot of chemicals. But nowadays, farmers are also switching to organic farming. When we have an option for not using chemical, why won't we go for that option? And that option is your organic farming. Okay, so farmers are now becoming more aware of the harmful effects of fertilizers and pesticides, and thereby they are shifting to organic farming. Okay, so what is organic farming? It is raising your crop without fertilizers and pesticides. So we have different methods for it, and we are going to cover some of it which are important from your exam point of view here. Okay, so let's see. Number 1 is the combination of crop rotation. Now what is done here? As you can see, on the same land, crop rotation, what happens? You use the same piece of land. Okay, for example, I am taking this much land. First I am growing wheat on it. After that I am growing grams on it. After that I am growing some other kind of pulses on it. So this is called as the crop rotation. Okay, why? Because if I keep on using the same plant on the same land, the requirement of the plant is constant. For example, if I use wheat plant, and it takes up most of the, for example, if it takes up most of the, I can say sulfur, okay, or any other mineral from the soil. Again and again I am growing the same plant on the same land. One day my soil will be deprived of the sulfur, deprived of the nitrogen, whatever it is requiring. So what I do, I use the method of crop rotation. So what happens, one plant, for example, one day I am putting some gram plant and it is a leguminous plant. Leguminous plants means what? It will have a lot of nitrogen content. So if the nitrogen content is there, next time I will grow some plant which is not a leguminous plant, because that plant is going to get nitrogen from the earlier soil also. Okay, so this is how we do this method of crop rotation. Can you see that? Clear? Any doubt you can just mention on the comment section. Yes, okay Bhumi. Okay, moving on to hand weeding. Earlier farmers were using weedicide. Weedicide means what? The things which are going to take up weed. What are weeds? In your whole, I can say, useful plants, there are some plants which are not useful to us, which are harmful for the other plants also. And these are called as weeds, the unwanted plants. What we call as unwanted plants. Now they are switching to this method called as hand weeding, because obviously you can easily recognize the weeds growing in a bunch of, I can say, jawar plants. So what I am going to take it out manually. This is called as hand weeding, instead of putting some chemicals to kill them. Simple. Okay. Next is what? Mixed cropping. Now don't get confused between crop rotation and mixed cropping. I will tell you the difference. Crop rotation, same land, at a time you are growing one plant. After the harvesting of that plant, you are growing the other plant. But in mixed cropping, at the same time, simultaneously, you are growing different plants in different rows. Okay, so for example, in this row you have sunflower, in this row you have wheat, in this row you are having some, so you need to get the combination, of course. Okay, these combination of plants will go well. So if I am growing wheat in this line, and if I am growing gram in this line, I know that my gram is a very good leguminous plant, so it is going to, you know now what is the meaning of leguminous plants. On that root nodules, there are going to be nitrogen fixing bacteria. Okay, so if it is fixing bacteria for itself, if gram is fixing bacteria for itself, it will ultimately fix it for the plants which are nearby. That means the wheat plants. Okay, so this is how your mixed cropping helps, and there are ways. This is just one example I am giving you. Okay, so in one line another plant, in one line another plant. So in various, I can say, rows, you are going to have different plants. This is on the same land, huh? On the same land. This is called as mixed cropping. Done? Okay, and the last method of organic farming is biological control. We know that naturally in nature there are various preys and predators. Okay, there is this proper web, what is that, food chain. Okay, so this animal is going to eat this animal is going to feed upon this animal. When we know that, for example, this particular insect can be eaten by beetle, why to put pesticides there? I can throw some beetle in the field. I can allow the beetles to grow in the field which are not harming my crops. Okay, and then they are going to eat this insect. This is nothing but your biological control, right? Okay, so biologically you are controlling, that means you are putting some predators there which are going to eat up that insects or whatever you don't want there to grow. Done? Okay, that is called as your biological control. Instead of using pesticides, you can switch to this thing. Okay, now last thing we are going to talk about is the Green Revolution. Okay, so what happened after your World War II, around in 1980s, 1960s, that period, okay, there was this Green Revolution. So in India, agriculture employs 70% of your total population. As I told you, in India, primary occupation is agriculture. Okay, now you are living in a city, so you are seeing people being a teacher, doctor, engineers, but once even you go some few kilometers, you will get to see villages, you will get to see agriculture being done, you will get to see fields. Okay, 70% of our population, Indian population, is employed in this occupation. Okay, it accounts 40% of your gross national product. 40% of India. Okay, there has been a tremendous increase in the production of the wheat in India during the last 30 years, and this is nothing but the green revolution in India. Okay, we are very self-sufficient when it comes to this wheat, and wheat is really important. You cannot make your chapati without wheat, which is our main food for Indians, right? We don't use bread and everything. What we eat chapati, and we eat any kind of vegetables or anything with that. But we need chapati. For that chapati, we need wheat, and we are self-sufficient. We don't want wheat from any other country. Okay, we are self-sufficient. We have a lot of wheat with us, and in fact, we export wheat from India. Okay, so that was the green revolution, wherein there were major changes in the field of agriculture, I can say. There were various, I can say, irrigation methods, different methods came up, different equipments came up, different kinds of fertilizers, better seeds, okay, high yielding crops, all this came up in green revolution. That is what we call as green revolution. Done? Is that clear? Okay, and next is the animal husbandry, which we are not going to discuss here, because today we are going to only talk about the plants. Okay, because in exam, in food production part, you have only plant part. So in part, what all you have to remember is organic farming, only your green revolution, the two types of crops on the basis of their pattern, like the Kharif crop and the Rabi crop, and on the basis of their lifespan, that is your annual, biennial and perennial. Remember only that much for your particular exam right now, okay? But we have completed this whole video, okay? Whether it is the food from plants, whether it is the food from animals, whether it is food from microorganisms, everything we have completed. But for the whole video, you have to contact my number, which is given in the description box. Go and find the number, message or just call me up. I will send you the link of the whole video, and not only this chapter. Okay, whether you are in 9th standard state board, 8th standard state board, 10th standard state board, whether in you are in your ICSE, you can just drop a message and we are going to provide you the link of the complete chapter. Okay, or just call on the number directly. Okay, there is this number given in the description box. Just call on that number right now. Okay, you are going to get the whole link of this particular video. Okay, so this what will be happening, you know, it will be easier for your revision. You don't need to go to teachers for, you know, any revision kind of thing. You will just watch this video, watch it as many times as you want, like 10 times, 20 times for your revision purpose. Before exams, I can say half an hour before exams, you can just watch this video and you will be done with your this science chapter. Okay, so yes, we have made all the chapters in this way. To get more information, contact the number given below. Thank you so much, students. With this, we have completed our part.